These people are acting like they're just the most helpful, like the superheroes. Like, they're superheroes.
All the men would go ballistic. No.
We save marriages? Like, I saw so many husbands who were like, my wife hasn't touched me in 6, 10, 15, 20.
Just let me know when you're ready. Oh, hey, what's up, you guys? It's Julia here, back with another video. And we were literally just watching YouTube videos, and we're gonna decide to react to this funny-ass video. It's called Can Sex Workers and Virgins See Eye to Eye? It's on Jubilee, like, middle ground
YouTube channel
thing. So should we, like, start here?
Can make the world a better place. I'm a prostitute, and I've had so many clients. I had one guy whose wife had died, and he had only been with her his whole life. And she had just died like a year ago, and he was like, I don't know how to date again. He didn't want to get into the emotional part where he was like interwoven with the new person. And so as baby steps, like he came and saw me as an escort.
Baby steps.
Interwoven as in pop that pussy.
Interwoven as in baby steps popping open that.
And I don't want to die without experiencing intimacy with another person. And
I also think that's messed up. If you're like, how old do you think this client was?
It's like 72?
50?
Not even younger, but like full prostitute. Like she even admitted it. Like she fully said, I am a prostitute.
And just like last year, I looked him up and I found his obituary. Those encounters,
At least he
right?
got
Like
what
this
he
is
needed.
you're touching somebody's soul, and I am so thankful.
You're touching somebody's soul.
She's tickling his taint too. Like she's touching his soul and tickling his taint.
I can't.
To have been allowed the opportunity to help the men that I've helped like that.
Sometimes I get the feeling.
Is she accepting an award? Like, did she just win a Grammy?
Lives. Someone having a bad day, a man might want to be a little violent, but instead, you know, he goes to the strip club, or he watches a little porn, or he, you know, spends time with a provider, and that brings him down and it levels him out, and he gets that intimacy that he's missing.
Instead of being, this is the takeaway. She was like, instead of going home and fully smack dab WWE wrestling your wife down, like, go to a strip club. Like, it's like you take your kid to Chuck E. Cheese to stop yelling. Like
these people are acting like they're just the most helpful, like the superheroes. Like they're superheroes.
They're fully like, if we weren't here,
like everybody would get killed.
Like all the men would go ballistic. No.
Have a suspicion that we save marriages? Like, I saw so many husbands who were like, my wife hasn't touched me in 6, 10, 15, 20 years. And like, I need sexual outlet. And like the fact that they can get it with an escort, like preserves the marriage. Otherwise they would leave the wife and the house and the kids and everything.
You should have left the wife before you came to the escort. Like, you should have just left the wife.
Now we're just promoting cheating on your wife?
We're promoting prostitution.
Yo, no. They're just saving marriages.
We're out here. We are oppressed. We are out here saving marriage.
Guys, they're not prostitutes. They're marriage saviors.
They are the Lord.
Like marriage counseling? Just let your man go fuck another bitch for $50 an hour. No, the husband's like using his wife's paycheck to pay for it.
A controlled release.
I got thoughts.
Okay,
So I did want to address the idea that you said that you having sex with a husband saved the marriage. I don't believe that's even possible. How can adultery save a marriage?
Thank you.
Like my perception is that this is like an inadequate Band-Aid to cover a wound that doesn't have another way to heal. And so I'm not saying it's great. I'm saying, yeah, you're correct in your criticism. I would not like to be in a marriage where this was happening.
What?
Without my knowledge. But like, I do suspect that the alternative is the destruction of the marriage. Like some people watch porn and they have like a really negative reaction, or like it causes you to feel like this objectification of women that you don't want to experience. And I think it's like really important to like acknowledge that and be like, yeah, maybe some people.
You're the objective.
You are the objective. In that porn video, you get stuck in that drive.
Do whatever makes you money, but you have to admit your job objectifies women at the end of the day. Does it not?
And like all straight porn is all men based. It's like there's nothing for women.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just kind of opened my eyes to the world and was like, you know what? People are out here raping. They're out here murdering. They're out here doing some crazy ass shit. And this world is fucking awful. I don't think God is down, looking down on the world and seeing all that and going, God damn it, Avery sucking a dick again. Like, another.
What?
God damn it.
Matt's sucking a dick.
Matt's sucking that dick again. Like,
It does make it difficult because it's like I want to make him happy, he wants to make me happy, and that struggle of like I guess fighting against our flesh is gonna be a little.
so how about you follow that other girl? Like she just said, he saves marriages, and have him go over to her and like.
Good for you, girl. Keep that pussy on lock. Maybe not even Christian come after you because they know you're a virgin. They're trying to steal that card.
Yeah.
And how hard do they push? It's pretty hard.
I've never been in a circumstance
Yeah.
where I've had somebody I wanted to date who did not.
Why do you
want
laugh?
to date me.
Look, I want to be with you and I want to be in a relationship with you and I care about you a lot. But I also need to be a slut and have sex with people who aren't you. Some try dating like other porn performers and even that gets murky because even with our jobs, jealousy is still a thing. So, I'll be dating.
How can you be jealous when your man, like if you guys are both doing shit behind each other's backs and it's an open relationship, how can you even have jealousy as an option? Like what the fuck?
Because I have to save my load to use at work. Which is a little graphic, but that's really what it is. So one of the things I have to do, because I'm doing 2 scenes a day, so I can't jerk off. I can barely have sex with my fiance most of the time because I'm doing the job.
Your marriage is totally failing.
He just fully
And
admitted
now-
that he does not have time to fuck his wife.
So
Most
now
of the
she
can't even
has
fuck
to
my
go
wife.
to a sex worker.
Literally.
The cycle never ends.
It
Like-
never ends.
Like,
I'm not God, but also understanding that like I want to be more Christ-like. Yeah, progress in my
Do you
faith.
masturbate?
Yes,
bro, you're like way too personal. Like,
She
what?
came off cuff. She's looking like
Do
that. Do you? That's a penis.
And there are sadly a lot of, it's a broad reflection of how the world is. And out in the broad world, there's a
I feel
lot
like
of men
nobody
who want
likes
to
that
see
girl.
women
Like
get
the girl that's talking.
beat and
You can see
had
it on
sex
everyone's
with
face.
brutally. And like the other night I was having sex with a man and he's like having sex with me and he puts his foot on my face and is like stepping on me while he's having sex with me.
Ew, that
And
was
you see your
ew.
face. My face? I was in heaven. I was there like trying to lick his feet and I was just like, this is
Just stop speaking! Stop!
And then I remember, like, I went through the session and I left, and I was walking down the street with like a couple $1,000 in my pocket because I charged very high rates, and I was like, "Who exploited who here?" Like, I feel incredible, and I remember feeling.
Respect.
I remember feeling like angry at society. I was like, "Why did they tell me this would feel bad? I feel so good." And it's like at that point,
She has
it's
the
like I don't
craziest
know when you
eyes
have to
I've
have
ever
sex with someone in the
seen.
industry, you could very
There's
easily
nothing
argue
behind
that
her
either
eyes.
way. I grew up in a very conservative culture that expected me to become a housewife.
All sex work should be legalized in America.
Legalize all sex work, you kind of take away that human want. And also, if you make it available, just like prostitution, making that available, you have to make people go through screening.
I also think sex work should be decriminalized because as long as it's criminalized, we're at the mercy of the cops. And the cops are the biggest threat to female sex workers specifically. Almost every female sex worker I know who's had an encounter with the cops has been raped by the cops.
Sex is the ultimate form
I've
of
never heard
intimacy.
of that.
Me neither. That's a whole lot of cat.
It's a whole lot of.